of course the cohesion, right? Working together. There's no sacrifice for time invested in practice. It's always been the case. And just kind of looking into our match right now, looking into the Machiavelli crystal ball here. I'm kind of looking at both the previous games. Rainbros had a loss to Fury Force in week 1, or the first 4on4 qualifier. Gauntlet's out lost to Top Gun, who was able to make it through. They also beat Uprising in the first qualifier attempt. So, and also had a nice game as we saw earlier against the Cute Boys there. So, I'm thinking Gauntlet out in this game. I'm gonna lean one way or the other when they get the win here.
I know I'm going to be biased if I start going with my predictions, so I'm going to rest on your crystal ball there for the moment. I am a little bit sad that it came down to Rainbros and Top Gun. You know, one was going to knock one of the other out. It actually would have been cool to see that game because Top Gun is named Top Gun because Thumpa is he's a Quake World player and also a Navy guy. He flies a jet around. That's what he does. And he also loses at Quake.
It was Gauntlet. I was when in doubt. Gauntlet
oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought I heard Top Gun there.
Yeah, no, that's who they played. They lost to Top Gun in the first one. Rainbros actually lost to Fury Force, who we just saw a little while ago. So it's interesting to see how. I mean, that doesn't necessarily A beats B, you know, it doesn't necessarily, it's this whole, you know, the whole triangle theory never works out, so. Oh, just because they beat one team, you know, they lost to another team doesn't mean, yeah.
And when it's, you know, when it's single elimination, you don't really see things shake out the way they would in a double elimination bracket. But over the course of these qualifiers, that's kind of how it's gone, where you have all of the people didn't quite make it in the previous qualifiers moving on to the next, which is why we've had so many close matches here today. But my God, Pithy just rocking out with the rockets, getting one direct one as Vibration takes down another with Machine Gun. It's a huge attack coming on to point A from the Rainbros. But Pithy is just there to take down most of the players by himself. It's going to be a traded off one, but that's totally fine as the points are still coming his way.
They heard my prediction. They're mad. They're like, we're going to show this guy. He doesn't know what the heck he's talking about.
Absolutely. So we got Pyro up top here, and we have seen them play today, and they've been absolutely fantastic. And against Ballin, he's able to take him down here. Magical getting a quick toss of the soul across the map. Let's see if anybody's on the rebound of that. And they're going to need to get it back into base here very soon, as they're going to need to start worrying about the power-up coming up. But frags are being traded off between the Gauntlet and the Rail, as Pyro's still down here, completely railable, and it might be the Machine Gun actually to take him out. This jump pad would be dangerous for him, but he's able to take a quick little breather before coming up the jump pad and getting it back over to point B, starting to get some points up to catch up to that 24.
Yeah. Big to get a steal here before the first major power-up spawn, so you can get a little defense, right? Even it out a little bit, and when everybody's focused on the power-up, yours is ticking up.
All right, but here it comes. Pyro's in a pretty good position for it. We're going to have to see who gets the grab. Somebody's going to dive down onto it. Pyro's looking for the rail, and it's still being picked up. It's going to be KGB himself getting it with only 66 health left over and only a rocket launcher, but he at least has the potential to use this incredibly defensively and just hold the line, making sure that nobody's going to be getting anywhere near him. And with the Mega as well, giving the guy with protection a Mega is always such a treat.
Yeah, he's ready to go now. No fear. I mean, feeling good. Yeah, bring it on.
All right, but one guy sneaking in here trying to make it happen. It's going to be Pithy, it looks like. Going to be taken on down. A little bit of extra armor potentially for KGB, or he might hand it off to a teammate, but as that protection goes away, we might see the attack coming from the Rainbros.
Yeah, big swing there for them, you know, getting the steal before the power-up, so they didn't have to spend time attacking with the power-up, and this has been pure defense after the power-up pickup, and now what a big turnaround for them, over 50% already.
Yeah, as everybody comes in here, Shadowmaster's going to try to go for a flank, but he's going to get flunked himself there, as he's got to back up down to 22 health, and he's looking at the obelisk, but he cannot defend it. Ballin will get the pickup. It's going to be traded hands a few more times, and Pithy getting 2 frags on the rocket launcher is going to be out there with it, but who the hell has the soul at this point? It's going to be Napalm getting it back home, and this whole time, every time it's been dropping down, we've seen more points trickle into the hands of Gauntlet out.
Yeah, extending their lead right now. Again, it was a good start for Rainbros, but wow, after that first steal, just really not having any luck on offense right now, trying to get it back.
Jeez, 2 health for that Blastoise as Napalm 3D is going for the double LG. Pithy is just using it to boost him. Everything's boosting him at this point. He is on the move, at least until Vibration. He's able to take him on down there. I'm sorry, Pyro was able to take him down. He's getting the return, and so far it's been Anarchy v Anarchy. One getting the steal, the other one getting the return.
Again, power up now. Do we see any presence? Oh, here we go. Yeah, Napalm's fighting over it.
Napalm's going to have it for a moment, but it's going to be Pithy getting that pickup. And actually, if he can get some weapons here, this could be a huge advantage for him. He's only an Anarchy, but he's got Gauntlet out. He's ready to make this happen. He's even daring everybody to rail him, LG him, rocket him, whatever you want. I'm just going to take it, but I'm also going to take the soul away. Moving back through Railgun, he's got the cover, and he's got the play into it. And what a time for him to take it away. We had Gauntlet out at 90% there. It's well timed for them to catch back up.
Yeah, they really needed a steal, obviously. He knew he was going to take damage, but hey, with the protection power up, just bolt, right, with Anarchy, and use your speed, get out of there.
All right, so
now they need to turn it around. Great B and power ups. It's really tough.
It's going to be a bit rough for them for sure, but Napalm 3D thought he could get out of the room for free. Not so much. Vibration holding down the fort here for the moment, as everybody else on the Rainbros is trying to collapse back in on the point itself and have a little bit of a defensive play. And it's always a little bit rough. It's like, do we stay inside and go for, you know, the height advantage, or do we want to go outside and get those tasty rail angles? And that can turn against you so quickly. But at this point, they're still getting the points. They're still catching back up. We have double MG coming back up, but Vibration is seeing an opponent hop up the jump pad. 3 of them, in fact, but 2 of them are down. Make that 3 of them down. 4 of them down by the look of it. It's going to be traded off, but that still means that the soul's in their possession.
Yeah, all they got to do right now is hold out and get the next power up. If they secure the power up while keeping defense, they're going to win this round.
All right, but Yenim is back out of there. I know it's Venom, but, you know, why is there more fun? Napalm 3D getting the pickup of the soul here. Making sure that both of these ways through the Mega are going to be safe. He's looking for somebody to dare to come up that jump pad. Make that 2. Make that 3. Okay, cool. Finally getting the frag there. But he's going to be tossing it off. Hopefully for him, somebody's taking it away, as he is indeed taking away the power-up. It's going to be protection for him. That's double rockets. Oh, and the frags he's making here will absolutely nail in this soul. There's 1 player left alive on it, and it's going to be Pithy coming back in. Is anybody close enough to make it happen? It's going to be a clutch, but the clutch play just isn't there. 98, 99, and there it is. Nicely done on the round.
Well done by Gauntless out. Just you know, secured that, especially the protection. In my view, you know, the protection so much. The quad is just, surely devastating, but protection, just that staying power, right? I mean, you can just. It doesn't matter if you have a decent stack and they gang up on you, they're just all gonna die. It's all that's gonna happen, you know. So I definitely love you got to be on top of that protection. It's just gonna be really devastating. And if you're on defense, I mean, it's good luck. They're gonna have a heck of a time attacking.
Yeah. All right, so everybody's getting set up here for the next play on the Soul. Got a little bit of Tri-Bolt coming out from Napalm 3D to flood the place with Napalm. KGB making a nice pair of frags, as Napalm 3D is getting some awesome defensive plays. Everybody's trying to chase, but the Tri-Bolt says no. Really good shots out of him so far, as Gauntlet Out is able to claim point A for themselves this time.
Yeah, this time they got the more popular of the 2 choices.
And I hope you weren't tired of hearing that Tri-Bolt yet. I mean, he is just doing so much damage with it and just spamming it everywhere. The floor is made of explosions. But there's Pyro getting the soul back in shape, back on base, and back to churning out those tasty, tasty points.
Yeah, I think the best of the Tri-Bolt is yet to be seen. It's a very new, you know, it's a brand new weapon for the Quake series. So
yeah.
Just wait till when people start dialing that baby in. I think there's going to be some insane stuff with it.
It works, though, for sure. All right, so Vibration getting the pickup and the toss, but I'm not sure how far it's going to go. Pyro's going to be tossing it right back in. Pithy's going to get the pickup, and it's going to be a little bit of a game of hot potato once again. The points are still going up towards point A. Ballin just tossing it out of the ring, actually, just wants that respawn.
Soul spawned.
Everybody's going to be in a better position for it, but KGB's actually going to get the pickup. Jeez.
Excellent. Power-up spawn in 15 seconds.
Nicely done.
Good
out of
start
Pyro.
here for Gauntlet Out.
Yeah.
I mean, if they secure the power up, they're going to have a huge lead.
Nice rockets. Looking for the last one. That's a really ballsy play with only 10 HP.
Enemy has the quad. Your team has the
Oh, is
quad.
that
Nice steal,
that's
nice
KGB
steal.
with the quad? Oh, we have in the hands of Rainbros for just a second, but KGB turn it right back around, and he's also got a bit of that mega as well as heavy armor, so he is going to be the one to avoid for sure. And look at these frags coming out of Gauntlet out. That means there's going to be a lot of freshly spawned Rainbros on the map with not a whole lot to do against a quadded up KGB.
Oh, except land a couple rockets like that one.
Kazi, within. Your team
Yikes.
has the quad.
All right, but 65-0 so far here. Madrigal enjoying the last few seconds of that quad, but can he do anything tactically useful with it? He's going to be here on the obelisk. He can take down Pyro. Everybody's going to know he's there now, and he will not have a safe escape. He does have an escort, make that 2-3 escorts through the railgun, and dashing through the snow, he's going to be trying to make his clutch play work out for him here, but he's going to get stuck on the wall.
Your team has the soul.
No fun for him there. Gets a spawn on railgun.
Nope.
All right, that's a nice door prize at least.
A little too fat, got stuck.
And so it's going to be Pyro getting the pickup here and immediately just blitzing out of there. Man, the speed out of this guy. Crazy anarchy play, and that is going to help them. Pithy coming back in with the rail. Going for the steal. Should have the pickup here, and he's looking for an exit. He's catching a lot of flack already, and he's got an anarchy. It's going to be Pyro ready for it. He knew where they were coming through. He was ready for that fight.
Yeah, good communication.
All right, so final 15% here on Burial Chamber. Rainbros has got to do something to pull out this next map if they can't pull this one around in the next few seconds. I mean, they're all there. They've all showed up. They've made frags, but Pyro and Yenim are certainly evening the tables here. That's 2 frags out of Venom there, and 4 points left to go.
And they're always in a tough spot when you have to attack and get the power up at the same time too. 'Cause they really have to dive, and you know, if you give the power up to the other team, you know that's.
Well, that's going to be a moot power up, yeah.
You win.
All right, so Burial Chamber going over to Gauntlets out. No doubt about him.
Yeah, looked really strong in the second round. Started off, you know, a little shaky in round 1, but again, you know, that feeling out period where you're trying to get settled in and you just kind of, you know, feeling out your opponent. You just get a sense of how they're going to play, what they want to do, and it just looked like, looking at the frag count, just nice advantage there for Gauntlet out in the end. So you could see how they started to get comfortable and really started to make it happen there. So I don't know. My prediction turning out to be true possibly again here, unless there's a serious turnaround from the Rainbros.
Well, once again, we have only one of these teams moving forward into the regional qualifiers. It's been really tense just because it has been single elimination the whole time. We don't have any lower brackets to go through. There's no second chances. And this is the absolutely last chance for both of these teams. So, as you said, Gauntlet's on a good run here so far. If they can continue it into the next map, we'll be seeing them in California.
I was going to say, hey, it's double elimination. It's best of 3.
Well,
So,
okay,
it's
sure.
double
That puts you in lower bracket.
Yeah.
It's a double elimination where you have
the-
to fight the guy who knocked you into the lower bracket, though. What kind of bracket is that?
No, there is no lower bracket. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Just be double elimination. That's it. You can't lose twice, ever.
Right. Well, we're definitely looking at the Rainbros on alert now, but it looks like we're going to be going into Blood Covenant. That's actually like the second or third time we've seen Blood Covenant here for Sacrifice. I think so.
I don't know if we've seen it today. Did we see it today?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, once earlier.
Yeah, earlier. Oh, yeah, earlier.
And I think Gauntlet actually called it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Yeah, we can't
saw it
remember
once.
things.
Yeah, I can't. Jeez. So yeah, I don't know. They got to make some adjustments for sure. But you know, I was looking at the matchups again, you know, beforehand, and we saw Gauntlet outplay earlier, looking strong. Looked like they had their Wheaties this morning, ready to go. So you know, Rainbros got to make an adjustment. They got some talented guys on their side. It's not a question of talent. You know, it's just a question of working through it as a team. So.
Man, made me think about breakfast and how long ago that was. A lot of sacrifice here today. All right, but as we get started here, good luck to both teams as they get going. And the positional plays could be a little bit more static. I mean, once you get into mid on Burial Chamber, there are so many options. Here, I don't want to call them lanes, but functionally, yeah, the lanes are a little bit more, I don't want to say static, but yeah, they're a little bit more static. Especially that one choke point coming out of this obelisk right here. All right, but here we go.
3, 2, 1. Round 1.
All right, going to be following Madrigal out of the gate here as we're looking for the first spawn of that soul. He is looking for armor first and a lot of spam onto the rocket launcher, which is good. It allows teammates to do some good from the side, but it's not quite coming from him yet. In the meantime, he's attracted the attention of literally everybody. He has shaken the Hornet's nest, and they're mighty big Hornets. Oh, jeez.
Again, initial start for Rainbros on this map. Maybe this is where they get things going for them.
Not a bad start indeed, and Ballin's going to be spawning down in LG as Nyx will have to, yeah, look for an item. Make sure you've got yourself a little bit of health, a little bit in terms of weapons, but that's taking him out of the fight for such a long time as Obelisk B is being contested and now taken away by Pyro. There's the toss up to the bridge. Is anybody going to be on the grab for it? Ballin catches it on the other side, tosses it back over. Man, we're playing volleyball now. We're going to have to see where that soul lands. It's going to be Pithy getting it back onto the obelisk and starting to get some of those points back. So far, a better start here for the Rainbros than before, but they've got a long way to go.
Yeah, a lot of matches still be played, that's for sure. I'm always, you know, the power up's so crucial early on. So again, if steal, they don't want to let any of this happen. This is what happened last time. You know, the previous map, they got to steal right before quad, or or right before the protection. And here we go again. So. A big momentum shift because you really have to gear up for the power up. You can't spend too much of an effort attacking here for too long. Because if you do, you're just going to give them the power up and never good.
Yeah, and everybody that was going after Pyro was taken down by KGB in that play, mostly by LG, and that is the sort of LG, oh, nice nail. That is the sort of LG that we have all learned to respect and fear, at least online. Gonna have to see how it plays out at QuakeCon if they manage to qualify here today.
Power up spawn. Enemy has the quad.
All right, here's Ballin making his way back over towards B point. Wanted to get some more points for them, but man, everybody's dropping down to him, man. Beautiful timing for him. Pyro has such a perfect read there, and now he's gonna be able to head back over. I mean, that was a lot of distance covered, but as you can see, Anarchy can catch that up very quickly. He knows he's got a few players to deal with here. Wants to make sure that the frags are done before the soul is committed. There's quad coming back in, and yeah, when you know that you've got a quad on the table, you can afford to spend a little bit of time chilling.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like a nice warm blanket. You know, it keeps you warm. But
yeah,
yeah. But no, it's a nice turnaround there. He had a quad. And, even though Ballin, you know, he went in. We've seen this play before. Go and try to get the steal while your team's getting quad. Unfortunately, his team wasn't able to secure the quad.
I mean, we did see the Rainbros at least be able to get point B. Point A is a little bit tougher to defend, but as you can see, it's so wide open here. It's just open to so many rail angles and rocket spam, as you can see. But they're doing a pretty good job defending it here so far. They've caught up and surpassed the points from the Rainbros so far. And we have all of these angles being covered. You can see how tight this defense is. Well, I say tight, but you can you can spread out pretty far up here. It's like a courtyard. Yeah.
KGB having a nice start too, 10-3.
Jeez. All right, Ballin taken on down here as Pyro is going on a bit of a run. That's because nobody's looking his way. Madrigal wanted the soul, but it's going to be Pyro getting the return.
And look at all those armor shards afterwards for his pickup. I mean,
yeah. All right, but that's 68% now. Things are starting to look a little bit dire here, but we do have another power-up coming up. It's going to be really late in the game here, but like you mentioned before, this makes it a really tough choice from the Rainbros end. They have to make sure that somebody's there to prevent the score from ticking over, but at the same time, they need somebody on the power-up.
Yeah, they need this one now. They can't. I mean,
they're all there. They were banking on it. Like 20 seconds to go, and they are making the most out of this quad. And it looks like Pithy with the quad might be able to get a store leg on a Mega, which is a decent combo for sure. But they got to make it happen now. Venom's taken on down, but there's the rail from Shadow Master, aka KJB. Yeah, KGB. One of those.
Something like that.
And now he's got a rail of his own, a quad rail of his own.
Oh,
Brutal shots, and it's
tough.
just tough times at this point. Yeah. Jeez.
Oh my goodness, going off. Wow, just tough. Yeah, I mean, because he had the quad, and he was coming in there to attack, and then he just gets laid out from, and the next thing you know, they have quad, and it's just instant give time for KGB.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
everybody
well,
trying to come through that
like-
choke point, it just it wasn't going to be good for them.
Fight.
No, and you know they have to. I mean, you
Yeah.
give them credit, right? What else are they going to do? So
Yep.
they're doing it. They're doing their best, but I don't like strafe jumping into a quad rail. I'll tell you that.
Who
Not
does?
my idea of a good time. Yeah, right.
All right, so KGB going to be up on top, ready to dive down for the soul. Now he's ready to receive the soul instead, but the pitch goes a little bit wide. Either way, they're able to secure a grab on Obelisk B. And that's going to set them up pretty well here. They were able to make such a huge comeback on, you know, arguably the worst Obelisk on point A. And now the map is theirs
Yeah,
to
now
win.
things are. Yep, now starting off their way again. It's kind of like a repeat almost of the last map. You're right. I mean, Rainbros started off good in round 1, then the comeback occurred, and then now, you know, Gauntlet's Out is starting off strong in round 2.
Yeah, KGB has just been absolutely beasting with everything he can get his hands on. Nailgun, Railgun, LG for sure. Down to 4 HP though, he might be taken out of the fight for a little while, but it's all right with him. He's getting points up on the Obelisk, able to get a little bit of recon up top. All right, so here comes the respawn from him. At just about the same time, everybody's starting to paying attention to the play for the item. They have about one more cycle on the on the soul ready to go. They have enough time to get it across the map, back over to the other obelisk, and then come back in for the item and start prepping. But they don't have a whole lot more time than that. But what is this KGB's doing? He's already back over here by obelisk A. This is the wide defense for sure. In fact, they're all back over
Yeah,
here.
it'd be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be hard. The Rainbow's got to get it back on their obelisk and get geared up for the power up.
I wonder if the play here is going, all right, they're literally all at base.
Oh,
We have the
man.
soul, and there's no way we can take them all down there. Maybe we actually wait for the power-up with the soul in play.
Stopwatch.
Didn't happen.
Hey,
that
you
way.
know that's definitely an option. They decided to go in there, but that was a huge turnaround. I mean, they didn't get anything for that, and oh man.
KGB is going to be
Oh,
die-orbing onto the quad there, but there's Vibration getting away with it. Gonna have to see if they can turn this into a proper steal. It's been tossed up to the bridge, and Vibration is now on the way. He doesn't have a whole lot of distance to cover, but that distance involves a few nasty choke points. Sapiro will be returning that soul and take it down Pithy. Jeez.
Yeah, just missed opportunity a little.
All right, so Venom here
Yeah, just really tough.
on the defense. We have
Missed opportunities, right?
yeah,
I mean,
it's
they
been
had
the story
the
of it.
quad. Yeah, the quad was just in the balance there, and then it's in the end they just couldn't get control of it. It's really stabilizing.
I think it was at 20
seconds.
seconds to the power up where they decided to push through the choke point and attack the enemy team in their own base. And that's not something that you ever want to see happen, but yeah, it's a tough decision for sure. Jeez, KGB has just been
Shadow
absolutely
Bastard.
wrecking.
Right, he's putting in work right now with that railgun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's really hard to come back when that's going on too.
Yeah. Means that you have a lot of these players running onto the obelisk without a whole lot in terms of weapons, just banking on their ability to carry the fight, but it's just not going to happen, especially against an LG of that caliber.
That's really tough. All or nothing now. They're in great shape. You know, Rainbros, they're in an all or nothing position where they need power up, they need defense. I mean, they need everything to go their way right now, or it's a wrap right now. Gauntlet's out looking extremely strong.
Power up spawn.
And so far, completely shutting out the Rainbros. Power-up's going to be coming up in 10 seconds, and it will once again be the last chance for the Rainbros to make something cool happen.
Yeah, if they get protection here, I don't see how you can come back from. Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a wrap right here. KGB on his way back.
Yeah, so I think we should be able to enjoy the last few seconds of KGB using this protection to get as many frags as possible. 99%. Everybody. Oh, the soul's actually been taken away, but he's just spamming his LG around, going, "I'm going to hit somebody. We're going to get the soul back in here." Uh-oh. What?
Oh,
Okay. Soul didn't want to go in. Had to encourage it, but there it is.
well done. Gauntlet's out.
Wow.
You know, we watched them earlier. We were impressed earlier on with, you know, with their approach and how good they did in the. Let me look back at the. It was against the Cube Boys team. We also had a talented roster. Again, these are a lot of talented players on various teams, and you get to see the teams that have more cohesion and work together better get the wins here.
And just looking at those KDRs, I mean, 28 and 8 for KGB. Not bad at all.